There is a quality that men cannot resist, a paradox that makes you unforgettable, a balance so rare that it turns ordinary women invisible and transforms others into legends. That paradox is sweetness with steel. Most women are told to choose, to be soft and nurturing, or to be hard and intimidating. But true dark feminine energy does not choose. It fuses opposites into one irresistible force. You smile like a rose, but you strike like a thorn. You radiate warmth, yet carry danger beneath your velvet glove. This balance is the essence of magnetism. Too much sweetness, and you become a doormat, liked but never respected. Too much steel, and you become feared, respected but never desired. But when you combine both, when you master the dance of warmth and danger, you become unforgettable. Think of the women history remembers. Cleopatra seduced with charm, but defended her throne with ruthless cunning. Elizabeth I spoke to her people as a beloved mother, but crushed any who threatened her crown. Even modern icons, Jackie Kennedy with her poise, Diana with her warmth, Angelina with her dangerous aura, embody both sides. They invite, but they never collapse. Why is this balance so powerful? Because humans are addicted to contrast. The mind cannot resist paradox. When you show warmth, people relax. When they sense steel beneath it, they lean in closer, unsettled but fascinated. They never feel fully safe, yet they cannot look away. This tension is what keeps desire alive. Imagine you are on a date. You laugh, you smile, you lean in with kindness. He relaxes. But then, just when he thinks he can have you easily, you withdraw slightly. You let your gaze sharpen, your tone turn measured, your silence stretch. In that instant, he realizes she is not to be taken lightly. His heart races, not just with attraction, but with respect. This is sweetness with steel. The psychological truth is this: people value what they cannot fully predict. Predictability kills desire. But when you are both warm and dangerous, you cannot be reduced to one label. You are an unfolding riddle. The sweetness draws them in. The steel keeps them invested. Too many women destroy their magnetism by leaning too far to one side. They confuse kindness with availability and end up exhausted and ignored. Or they armor themselves in hardness, afraid to be vulnerable, and end up alone. Balance is the secret. Think of a sword hidden in silk. That is the image you must project. In everyday life, this looks like smiling with warmth, but holding firm when someone crosses a line, listening with care, but never over-explaining, offering affection, but keeping boundaries intact, showing softness in tone, but calm ruthlessness in action. This duality confuses the ordinary man and obsesses the powerful one. Because true magnetism is not about being easy to read, it is about being impossible to dismiss. Now let's dive deeper. How do you cultivate sweetness without becoming weak? And how do you cultivate steel without becoming cold? To cultivate sweetness, you must let warmth flow, but with intention. Sweetness is not desperate approval. It is not people-pleasing. Sweetness is charm given like a gift, not like oxygen. A queen can smile at her court, but she does not collapse into their arms. She bestows warmth, and because it is scarce, it is valued. Charm is powerful when it is measured. The more selective you are with kindness, the more magnetic it becomes. To cultivate steel, you must master restraint. Steel is not anger. It is not shouting. Steel is calmness under fire. Steel is the ability to walk away without flinching. Steel is the silence that crushes louder than words. When a man tests you, steel is the ability to smile, sip your drink, and let his attempt dissolve in your composure. When a rival tries to provoke you, steel is the refusal to play her game. Warmth opens the door. Steel controls the room, but the genius lies in combining them. Picture this. You are at a gathering. You listen with sweetness, offering kind words, but then someone crosses into disrespect. You do not explode. You do not whine. You simply pause, let silence hang, and then deliver one calm line that reasserts your power. Your sweetness softens the blow, but your steel ensures the message is never forgotten. This is the balance that haunts people. Even mythology understood this paradox. Aphrodite was goddess of love, but she was never harmless. She destroyed men as easily as she enchanted them. The Japanese geisha mastered the same balance, trained in grace and art, but unyielding in boundaries. The femme fatale of every culture, from Cleopatra to Scheherazade, was not simply cold or sweet. She was both, woven together. Now ask yourself, how do you appear to others? Do you lean too much into sweetness, making you predictable, or too much into hardness, making you unreachable? The secret is rhythm. Sweetness first, steel second. Warmth to invite, danger to anchor. This rhythm must appear in your words, your tone, your body language. Smile, then pause. Compliment, then withhold. Give, then withdraw. Each shift keeps the other person off balance, addicted, unable to predict what comes next. And here is the retention secret. Unpredictability is obsession. Sweetness with steel makes people replay your presence in their minds. They replay your smile and your silence, your warmth and your distance. This replay is what burns you into memory. So tonight, remember this. Sweetness alone is forgettable. Steel alone is isolating. But together, they create a paradox that men chase, women envy, and the world cannot ignore. Because a woman who embodies sweetness with steel is not simply loved or feared. She is remembered. She is irresistible, and she is never, ever controlled.